played well. We found a way to stay in games and, make it a game late and compete. But once, they were able to sustain their aggression. They were the aggressors. They were the aggressors early in the game and then throughout the game. And, we just didn't have it tonight.
All those second chance points early, I know you've been talking about defensive rebounding. Was it part of that, or was that just a bigger part of the effort in general?
That's one of the, most disappointing things for me, because I feel like that's a controllable thing, boxing out and hitting people. And, we didn't really do it at all in the first half. So I was very disappointed in that. And, really from the total performance.
What do you AD in his first game back?
Yeah, a little bit out of rhythm. We got 2 fouls early. I probably should have left him in the game. I think that's really, and we had a strong 3 or 4 minutes to start, and then after that it was downhill. Beginning with that foul, him coming out. It's going to take a little while to get his rhythm back, and but it's good to see him back out there for sure.
There have been a lot of games where you guys have been able, like last game, where you were able to go in the locker room, make some adjustments, and kind of find what were you trying to do in the locker room, what adjustments were you looking for, and what didn't work?
Yeah, bring it. That was the halftime adjustment. We didn't bring it in the first half. So pick it up, bring it, and we tried to come out with some aggression in the second half. But credit to the Celtics, they played exceptional. They're a desperate team. They lost 6 out of 8. Needed to win, needed to play well, and they did.
What can you attribute that to, the first half? How you're saying that you guys didn't bring the right intensity. What do you attribute that to?
I don't know. If I knew it wouldn't have happened, but we'll evaluate everything and make sure we're better next game.
Thanks, everyone. Cincinnati Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Chris McGee, James Worthy, Derek Fisher, Allie Clifton. Mike Bresnahan will join us later in the show. The Lakers get rolled up in prime time to the Boston Celtics. Anthony Davis does return, but it was the Celtics who had lost 3 in a row that came ready for the fight. Big game, James. Just some numbers here for you. The 32-point loss, worst of the season for the Lakers, and the 139 points most allowed this year.
Yeah, it was not a good game for the Lakers, especially in Boston. They just didn't have all the effort and the concentration that they needed. Boston's a good team. They had lost 6 out of their last 8. I hope they weren't going in playing that record, but they're very athletic. They got some guys that can switch and keep up with our players and guards. But the Lakers lost a lot of categories tonight, just about everything. Mm-hmm. Points in the paint, turnovers. It wasn't a good performance from the beginning to the end. So just one of those games, ugly, stinker. Going to have one of those every now and then.
For sure. I mean, it's hard to put into words like the adjustment when everybody's there and when guys are not there, and AD in particular. It's hard to describe. Like, I remember having games where if Kobe's playing or not playing, or if Gasol is playing or not playing, it changes everybody's role. When shots are going to be there. And when you're one of those other role guys, when you see, like, Shaq and Kobe there, you kind of feel like your 2 big brothers are handling it. Like, if they need us, they'll call us. Yeah. and so when AD's back tonight, I'm sure psychologically for a number of the Lakers, it was kind of like, bro, we got the best team in the league. Yeah. LeBron and AD going to go out there and do work. They're going to get 30 each, and then I'll fill in where I need to. And it was one of those nights where you really actually needed other guys to be really aggressive. And like James said, just, it happens from time to time during the season, and just wasn't their night.
We don't like when it happens with Boston.
No, definitely not.
February 23rd. Circle that one.
It actually is kind of disappointing, too, just in moments like this, though they happen throughout the course of an 82-game season, this is a squad, the Lakers, who have been one of those teams that fight back, who have won close games, who have beat teams on the road. Again, they came in 18-3. And when you're playing in an environment, a hostile environment such as that one, you know that you have to be sharp mentally. And after that 8-0 start, it was Boston the entire way. I think at one point they'd outscored them by 30. Yeah. And you know that it's just not going to be one of those opportunities to be able to fight back in that when the mind is just not there.
Yeah, and Big Game, you talked about losing every category. The ones that jump off the table at me are the 14 offensive rebounds for 24 points. That was 13 offensive rebounds for 20 points in the first half alone for the Celtics. So they got a little bit better there, but the damage was already done. Minus 27 in three-point shooting. 15 turnovers for 28 points. All the hustle categories lost.
50-50 balls.
Yep,
Yeah.
everything.
And we
Got out work tonight.
And we know that we usually dominate in those areas. So it's just a matter of, getting together, rebooting yourself on this road trip, this next game. Fish was so accurate. He's so accurate when I remember when maybe Magic was out of a game or Kareem was out of the game. You come together as a team, and when you come back, it's subconsciously. You don't do it on purpose. It just kind of happens because you know that, like Fish said in pregame, the volume of your shots are going to go down. When AD comes back, so they really needed it, that their bench and the collective effort from other players, because we didn't think AD was going to be dominant in 28 minutes. So they just failed to do it together as a team.
Fish, you saw in his canter right there. He did a lot of his damage in the first half. I mean, all 18 points, all the offensive rebounds, 18 and 8 in that first half.
I mean, one of the ways to combat the Lakers leading the league in shot blocking is to crash the offensive glass. In order to block those shots when guards are penetrating JaVale, Dwight, AD, they're leaving the body of their offensive player to go block the shot at the rim, which then opens up driving lanes and crashing lanes for guys like Enes Kanter who live at the front of the backboard. And so you have to tip your cap to him doing that dirty work. A lot of teams don't crash the offensive glass as much because of the spacing and the three-point shooting. But tonight, that was really problematic for the Lakers, something they'll have to remember when they see this team again next month.
James, you talked about the Celtics having lost 6 of their last 8. They lost 3 in a row. They've been challenged over the last handful of games to prove that they can put 48 minutes together. So they already have that kind of mindset going in. And then, Kemba Walker reminded today that he was 28 and 0.
0-28.
0-28. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Versus LeBron James.
0-28.
And he puts up 20 plus. I mean, this is a guy that can easily, I think he's been underrated for his career, but can certainly control and dictate the tempo and the pace. And Carol Lawson, I was listening to her for the Celtics saying that we know how athletic and the size that the Lakers bring. So let's outpace them.
That's what they did.
Let's control that tempo and run. And Kemba led and spearheaded all of that.
Big story tonight going into the game was the return of Anthony Davis. Everyone was kind of hoping he'd play in the Houston game. He was not ready. So for 13 days, the Lakers did not see him. They played 5 games. They went 4-1. Tonight he returns. Fish, I want to ask you this first. 23 minutes, just 9 points, 3 of 7, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Never really seemed in sync. How much of those 2 quick fouls affected possibly? And what did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, I thought the 2 quick fouls, just changed a little bit of his rhythm and timing. It's already tough enough coming back from being out for 2 weeks and 5 games. But when you're not able to kind of flush that out of your system in that first run, now you're almost kind of starting over when you come in the game in the second quarter. And you could just tell he never really quite had the burst, the foundation underneath his body that we're accustomed to seeing. And he'll get better as his road trip goes on. But it for sure impacted, in particular on the defensive end, the Lakers really missing the normal AD.
And it's got to be difficult when you play at a pace that he plays at, every night dominating. The guy's been dominating on both ends of the court. Took a couple of days off. It's hard to get back to that. You just can't get back to that intensity that quickly. So I'm glad he played tonight. Get the rust off, and we'll move forward. We'll move forward, yeah.
It's 1 of 82 in January.
Yep.
Never want to lose. You never want to lose to the Celtics, of course. It's a tough one.
We'll get him back.
Let's get you to JaVale. He's at the emoji meter brought to you by Covered California. He's coming out early. It's a straight fire emoji right there, Big Game James.
Yeah, I mean, set play.
Good start.
See him trying to run it. Just about every jump ball at the beginning of the game. That time, great back pick by Green got him open. And there's Green again.
How about the start for the Lakers? And 1 from 3. Yeah, 6-0 to start the game off.
Yeah, right out of the gate, we all commented, how focused the Lakers look, energy good. We felt like we were going to see that version of the team for 48 minutes as AD puts the Lakers up 8-0.
8-0. I'm looking at Allie like, ball game. Not so fast. Fish, LeBron with a nice pass to Avery Bradley. 15-13. Excuse me, 13-10. Then the steal.
Oh, we should have known it was going to be the Celtics night when Kemba Walker accidentally tips it in the basket.
That's now we got LeBron. Avery Bradley, great pass, 15-13.
Yeah, that's something Avery Bradley's been doing more. Strong side, cut, out of the corner. LeBron with the nice drop off.
Kemba, Celtics with their first lead of the night. LeBron, paint, nice step. Lakers retake the lead. Now they're down 1. Good ball movement. Caruso drives. Kuzma there for the putback dunk. Good overall play. Final seconds. Celtics closing on a 6-0 run. The ball just kind of rolled to Jason Tatum. And he gets it to go at the buzzer. 33-30 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter here, Allie. Tatum starting to heat up a little bit.
27 points for Jason Tatum. 5 of 8 from deep. That was one of them.
Look at this pass. Marcus Smart and his canner. 42-34 Celtics later in the quarter. Rondo. Pass to Davis. He throws it up to Dwight for the alley-oop.
Yeah, boarded the charge, too. Hit his brakes really quick, boarded the charge, evaded, got the lob over.
Steal. Rondo. And Rondo gets it to go. Lakers down only 1. Another offensive board. Extra possession. All alone. Tatum with room. Lakers call timeout. And right here, Fish, we see him getting sloppy right there. AD not really going for it. Bad pass by Rondo. Going the other way.
Both of those guys, you know, trying to work their way back, having been out, you know, legs, energy not there, lazy turnover, and that's when the separation really started in that second quarter for the Celtics.
Yeah, 62-49. Lakers need a bucket. Kuz, little fake. Takes it in for the dunk. Much needed bucket. Laker possession here. Avery Bradley, he lobs it up. So the Lakers down 12, just over a minute to play. Allie, we talked about Enes Kanter, 13 offensive boards for the Celtics in the first half. And that tells the story.
That's what he does. He's a cleanup guy. Pushes his body, his weight around down low. Made it count.
69-55. Out of the gate. Kemba Walker said, I'm sick of losing. I'm 0-28 versus LeBron.
That's interesting.
Hate seeing that on Twitter every time we play him.
1-29 ain't that good either.
No, it isn't. Look at this again, Allie. Lakers trying to chip away at the lead. LeBron in the post.
Just before that, JaVale had a play of his own. Gets rewarded down low.
Play of the game right there, Peter.
Stare down, technical foul, but the Celtics lead 81-63. James, the struggles continue. Tatum up by 22.
Yeah, poor transition defense. Probably after a turnover, couldn't get the defense set. And Tatum makes him pay.
The Celtics already have 100 points, Fish. There's still time left in the third.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've talked a lot about who the Lakers need as his third scorer, playmaker guy, but, you know, we're starting nightly to come in and talk about the Lakers' lack of really high-intensity defense, giving up a lot of points in recent days.
Kuz for the layup and foul. He'd make the free throw. Game is over. Rondo misses. Howard's there for the dunk. Game's still over. Celtics are pouring it on now. Dunking. Having a great time. And we're having a line change. Everybody out. Get out.
Get out.
And